Good morning, it is a beautiful morning here in South London. The allotment is looking fantastic, everything is more or less in now. However, we're in high season, there's a huge amount of jobs to get on with, so we're going to get cracking. Last week we were building the fruit cage, and we didn't quite finish because we ran out of bits and bobs, and we didn't complete with the door. We promised we'd show you the door. As such, simple door built, a couple of bits of wood, a couple of cross bits, and netted. Now, Jerry says this is recycling. I say he's just being tight. But what he's done, quite cleverly, is used an old hook that we found, an old cable tie, and created just a little latch for the door just to keep it shut and stop the birds going in and out. Now, one of the regular maintenance jobs that we need to sort out are the tomatoes. And they're growing quite healthily, but need regular weekly maintenance. And two of the things we need to do is to tie them up and also to remove the side shoots. Now, one of the regular maintenance tasks on tomatoes is to remove the side shoots. What we want is one straight stem growing upwards with tomatoes coming off it. And what you find is in between the big leaves, you have little side shoots just sticking up like this, and these need to be removed. Now, the one thing you need to be careful of is that you don't remove the flowers. People often get confused as to which parts to remove on tomatoes, and it's only these side shoots here, and everything else should be left. Looking around the greenhouse to see what else is going on, the chilies are looking fantastic, really healthy, they'll need supporting soon. And the other thing we've discovered is we've got a little bit of a problem with slugs or snails. Now, we can't spot them in here, we don't really want to be using chemicals, so what we'll do is we'll come down late at night, when it's damp, when we've watered, and pick them off the sides of the greenhouse.
The radishes that we've been thinning out and munching away at have come to the end of their time, and they were picked yesterday. What I've got to do now is weed where the radishes were and prepare the bed for little row lettuces. What I've done here is hoed where the radishes were, removed all the weeds, and I'm going to put half a row of lettuces in. I've created a short drill and soaked it, and the rest will be started off in the greenhouse so that I've got a crop week after week.
Just walking around the plot, and I'm just inspecting these beans and spotted a load of ants at the top of it. Now, ants usually mean one thing on beans, and that's blackfly. Close inspection, you can see some blackfly developing. The beans, the fruit's fully developed now, so the one thing we can do with these is just snap the tops off, tender tips, which is the bit the blackfly prefers, and that will prevent them developing further.
One thing about the cucurbits bed is because the plants will eventually be so large, you don't put that many in, and in the early days that leaves quite a bit of space. Accordingly, you've seen the spinach, which you can see bottom left, growing in the same bed. There's moolies growing on the right hand side of the bed, which you could probably just about see, and at the back I'm going to put another row of radishes in. All of these plants will be well out the ground on my plate and eaten long before the cucurbits take up all the space. As usual, some inconsiderate person is strimming while we're trying to film, but as it's filled, strimming on the gear on the plot flopped. Let's just wait a moment, savour this moment of catching Phil doing some work. Makes a change. Been able to see a few flowers on the plot. This is the antirrhinums around the pond. Well, I don't think Phil's going to be a weather forecaster. This lovely sunny day in June that he was talking about is now a cloud-filled, raining day. I'm not sure if we're going to get much more filming done, but we'll try and crack on. We're sheltering in the greenhouse now, away from the rain, and you can probably see the modular tray on the floor. It's 4 by 6. What I'm going to do is each week I will fill one line of 6 with 2 lettuce seeds in each module. Second week the next line, third week the next line, fourth week the next line. By the time we get to there, we'll have planted out the first line and we'll be able to use it again. So this will give us a continual crop, started off in a very small space. Don't know if you can see this, but it's absolutely chucking it down now. In case we don't get any more film done today, I'll say goodbye.